And the head coach of your Fighting Tigers in his second year, Matt McMahon.
You heard the starters introduced, courtesy of the great work of Tom Stipe, as Alabama gets set to face the Tigers for the second time this year. An early start, a quick start out of the gate, something Nate Oates has been looking for his team. But, Brian, I would imagine no more so than today.
Yeah, need to get things going early, especially on the defensive end. Alabama got out to a nice start Wednesday night shooting the ball, but did not defensively. Alabama's gone with a smaller lineup the last few games, and you have offensive firepower, but you also have a guy in Rylan Griffin at 6'5", 6'6", that is a shooting guard starting at the power forward position. Now, Alabama's got to do a better job helping out on the interior when the opponent goes inside. Now, the flip side to that is their four-man, their power forward, needs to guard Rylan Griffin. Easier said than done. He's been shooting the ball at a high rate. We'll see different lineups for Nate Oates. He has so much versatility. You can bring in Mo Wagee, Nick Pringle, Sam Walters at the power forward position. You could go big, you go small. Alabama starts off small. We'll see if LSU does what Auburn did Wednesday night, and that's pounded on the inside against a smaller Alabama lineup.
85 combined free throws shot between Alabama and Auburn in the midweek game on Wednesday. That was the last game of the night, I think, on that particular channel. This is the first game. We'll go rapidly. We won't have any whistles in this one. They got more to do on ESPN today after our ball game, so this one will zip right along. I'll let you determine if I'm joking or not on that.
And listen, the fans that did make it here, you know, that you got to give them credit. I mean, it's Mardi Gras. You got parades here in Baton Rouge.
There are more now than there were when I made my sarcastic comment.
But the ones that are here, they also want to get out to the festivities.
That's right.
Hopefully, well, listen, we're not going to see 85 free throws. I don't know that we'll ever see that again. But bottom line is, Bama's got to defend without fouling. That's been an issue for this team.
Tigers wearing the gold, Bama the crimson. Ball goes in the air, and the tap is controlled by the home team in the backcourt. They'll bring it ahead with Hannibal dribbling to the right wing, looking to his left, gives it off to right, top of the key. Now to Williams, now to the high post Baker. He'll take a dribble to his left. He picks it up. He pivots, and then he hands it off to Hannibal again. He dribbles to the near wing with 12 on the shot clock. Goes down the lane right side, try to wrap around pass. Somehow wound up in Baker's hands. Juggled it, but got it to go off the glass, and it's 2-0 LSU.
Defense wasn't bad. Almost a steal, but unfortunately Baker gets it, and the result, an easy lay-in.
Estrada to Nelson, back to Estrada in the right corner. Dribbles to the left wing, gets into the paint, kicks it over the far corner. Reitzel, three, bottom. Good start for the Tide. A bank first three right out of the gate for Latrell Reitzel Jr., and Bama leads it by one early.
It's going to be good news for Alabama offensively if they can get the ball in the paint. That's what Aaron Estrada did on the first possession. Drew in the defense. Latrell Reitzel wide open in the corner.
Baker a dribble to his left, trying to back his way down on Nelson. Spins, shoots, and scores. Tough move against a fairly well contested spinning left-handed shot, but it falls, and the Tigers go up 4-3. Here's Estrada trying to drive, kicks it to Reitzel, left corner three, bottom. He is 2 for 2. Latrell Reitzel, a couple of bank first threes right out of the gate. Bama leads it 6-4.
The first one was wide open. That was fairly well defended, but after you knock down your first, builds the confidence. Latrell Reitzel, no hesitation, knocks it down.
Reed near side buries a three for the Tigers, as both teams perfect from the field to start things off. Here's Sears the other way, giving it off to Griffin. Ryland driving, giving it inside to Nelson, backing his way down, jump hook high off the glass and got it to go. We've got an 8-7 Alabama advantage with 18-14 and moving time left. First half, or 18-11, I should say, first half here in Baton Rouge. Baker trying to back his way down over Nelson, got it to go again. Tough, muscling move, and then finished it with the left hand again. He is a lefty, so the natural hand. There's a lefty three that misses by Estrada, and possession will belong to the Tigers. Here comes Pringle in, and Nelson will sit down. Nate Oates needing better defense in the interior.
Yeah, the defense once Will Baker got the ball wasn't bad by Grant Nelson, but you can't let the 7-footer catch it that low. Right now, LSU getting the ball inside, and the position is why Will Baker's been able to score the last few possessions.
Tigers working at front court. Hannibal going onto the far wing with it to Williams. Williams up top Feeding it to Reed. Now on the near side, Hannibal again. Into low post. It's dumped to Wright. Wright fires the pass to Hannibal. Top of the arc to Baker. Dribbles left a couple of times. Sizing things up against Pringle. Dribbled it off his foot. Out of bounds. Good defense by Nick. And Bama will take it over with 17:34 to go in the opening half. And LSU leading Bama 9-8.
Will Baker, a lot like Janai Broome in the game Wednesday night, wants to go left. Nick Pringle able to play the scouting report, play that left hand, and the result, a turnover.
Estrada fires it over to Sears left side. Mark trying to back his way down. Can't. Gives it back to Estrada. Left side three. Bottom. That's a better look. And Estrada able to get it to go. And it's 11-9. Alabama up by 2. Another bank first three. We got a player injured for the Tigers. That is going to be Jalen Wright.
He may have taken a knee to the thigh. And Aaron Estrada coming off of the last possession where he shoots an air ball, and it wasn't close, shows you the confidence of these Alabama guards. Next opportunity, doesn't hesitate, knocks it down. Alabama has so much firepower on the offensive end. Just got to get stops defensively. LSU turned it over in the last possession, but still a perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Jordan Wright, the man who left the game due to the knee to the thigh. Missed shot by the Tigers. Bama running the other way. Wrightsel leaving it for Rylan Griffin. A defender came to him. He'll drive. He'll shoot the floater off the glass. No good. Ball tipped high into the air. Tipped again. LSU controls, and they've got numbers. Tigers drive to the rim, off the glass and in on a nice bucket from Ward over Sears. Bama runs the other way, though. Estrada to the bucket. Lays it up. Got it to go. Great move, Aaron Estrada, to make it a 13-11 Bama lead. But the Tigers run the other way. Bama doesn't get back. They'll lay it up off the glass and get it to go. That is Ward with his second bucket. A track meet here early. Here's Sears for three. No good off the back iron. Rebound tip. Fought for. Scramble. And Estrada kept a hand on it to keep it alive. It will be the Tide with it. Griffin to Estrada. Right wing, three short. Rebound fought for. They're going to get Pringle for the foul. Nick Pringle called for the foul after the second air ball put up by Aaron Estrada.
I'm not sure if Aaron Estrada has hit the rim yet. A couple of swishes, knocking them down, and then a couple of air balls. Don't see that often, but love the hustle by Aaron Estrada to get the second chance opportunity for Alabama. Had no business getting that ball. LSU in great position, but the hustle play got Alabama a second chance opportunity, but not able to capitalize.
Williams back in for LSU. That's Mike Williams III. Also, Jaron Stevenson in for the first time for Alabama. The Chapel Hill, North Carolina native replaces Rylan Griffin. Tigers with it front court to our left. Far side, Hannibal. Hannibal looking. Gives it off into the low post to Baker. Posting up on Pringle. Fires it back to Hannibal. Hannibal will drive. Gets into the paint. Kicks it back to Baker. Far wing. Three is good. Will Baker gives the Tigers a 16-13 lead. 15:45 and moving time left first half.
Nate Oates wanted to see better defense in this game. So far, that has not been the case. LSU 7 for 8 from the field.
Wrightsel to Stevenson. Hands it off to Estrada. Back to Jaron. Low block right side. Backing his way down against a smaller defender. Spin, steps through. Left-handed shot, no. Tip follow is good, though, by Pringle. 16-15. Tigers by 1 with the ball.
That's a tough move by Jaron Stevenson, and even though he didn't convert, because of the low post position, he forced help to come. Nobody had a block out on Nick Pringle, and he gets the easy tip in.
Hannibal with the ball, giving it off to Baker, who dribbles to the left wing, then literally hands it off to Ward. He'll try a three, misses it. Rebounded by Wrightsel, and Bama runs the other way, looking to regain the lead. Estrada far wing, lets traffic go by, crosses over, goes baseline. Bounce pass to Beauty. Pringle the flush. And Bama goes back up 17-16.
What a play by Aaron Estrada. The hesitation move, drove it inside, drew the defense. Beautiful bounce pass into Nick Pringle, who throws it down.
17-16, Bama with 14:40 left to play in the opening half. Hannibal will hand it off to Reed. Reed to Williams, back to Hannibal, who dribbles right wing. He'll weave through traffic. He gets underneath, fires the pass into the left corner. Driving underneath is Reed. Reed puts it up, wouldn't go. No, it does drop. Excuse me, had two coaches in front of him. Couldn't see it initially. The ball does go through, and it's 18-17. LSU back in the lead.
Well, it's fun to watch unless you like defense. Alabama not able to get stops. LSU 8 for 10.
Sears with it, top of the arc, crosses over, gives it off to Stevenson. Gerald on the drive into the paint, stops, hands it off to Pringle. Nice pass out to Sears. Mark will drive, gets into the lane. All the way to the rim, shot is up. A blocking foul's called on LSU. And Bama will have free throws when we come back to Baton Rouge. 18-17, LSU leading. 14 minutes exactly left to go first half here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Here at Payless Drugs, we continue to be just what the doctor ordered. We know getting the medicine you need is especially important during these unique times. And for your safety and convenience, we offer a drive-through at every location. Plus, we have prescription delivery and contactless pickup at all locations. Now's the time to take care of your immunization needs. Stop by any of our convenient locations today.
Just what the doctor ordered. Payless Drugs.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge and they'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement. Visit Fast Signs at their new location just past Tuscaloosa Ford on the left. Locally owned and operated by Milton and Gina Chancellor.
14 minutes to go in the first half. Bama trails LSU at the PMAC 18-17. Keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. Download it now for free at the App Store and Google Play. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick. We are courtside on Mardi Gras Saturday in Baton Rouge, BP. So little defense played. I even heard our shooter, Brian Pasick, complain about it.
Right now, Alabama having a difficult time getting stops, and Will Baker, the 7-foot center for LSU, a perfect 4 for 4 from the field. He's knocked down a 3. He's got 9 points, and Alabama not able to defend him inside and out. Started with Grant Nelson on the 7-footer and was able to pound the ball inside, goes with Nick Pringle, steps out, knocks down a 3. He is a difficult matchup when he's knocking down shots, and right now he is. Alabama, fortunately, shooting the ball well. Aaron Estrada with a nice start, making plays for himself and also for his teammates. Latrell Reitzel Jr. as well, leading the way with 6 points. Estrada has 5 points, already 3 assists. Offensively, the numbers look great for Alabama. 7 for 12, 58% from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line. Alabama hasn't been to the free throw line, but offensively, no complaints at all. Just got to slow down the LSU Tigers. Reminds you of the game in Tuscaloosa earlier this year where both teams came out smoking hot from the field. Alabama ultimately got stops once the game progressed and kept the foot on the pedal throughout the game. Scored 109 points in that game. Looked so good on both ends of the floor, especially in the second half. Alabama's continued that hot shooting against the Tigers, but unfortunately the Tigers have as well, and in a big way, shooting 8 for 10 from the field.
I know Nate Oates wants better defense. He wants stops. But Matt McMahon doesn't really think his team can keep this pace with the Tide, does he?
Well, there's not many teams in college basketball that can. And so if this pace keeps up, advantage visitors. Alabama, one of the fastest teams in college basketball. And Nate Oates' team has so much firepower on the offensive end, but also with that comes the fact that you got to get back and defend, and we've seen LSU with a run out or two. They've had their way at the rim, at the three-point line. They're 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, and that's an area that LSU's really improved the last few weeks of the season. They've shot the 3 extremely well, and they've gotten off to a nice start from behind the arc.
Alabama will go to the free throw line. First trip to the stripe for either side this morning, as Mark Sears will shoot a pair. Is usually very good news for Alabama when he is at the charity line.
And Alabama leads the SEC in free throw shooting at close to 80%. And this tip time, not ideal, especially when you're driving in from Birmingham this morning. But it may be to Alabama's advantage. They're one of the few teams around the country that practices in the morning. So hopefully that'll help them with this early start. 95% free throw shooting over the year. Sears. Baker, a nice drive to the bucket. Nelson
not in the right position, and Baker just blew by him very, very easily. It's 20-19. LSU, the 1-point lead. Sears giving it off to post and then gets it to Griffin in the corner. Griffin trying to keep his footing, slipped, kept possession though to Sears. Sears off the screen from Reitzel, reverses back left side to Luttrell, goes down the lane, gets into the paint, tough shot left hand, no good. Baker able to save it for LSU. The Tigers will bring it the other way, although Reitzel challenges somewhat in the back court. LSU front court to Baker, top of the arc. Sizing things up against Nelson, backing his way down, spinning, shooting, and scoring once again, and Grant's got no answer for him.
Well, Will Baker looking like a first-team All-American here in the early going, knocking down threes and taking it to the rack.
Stevenson short on the 3 attempt. Rebound controlled by the Tigers. Mo Diabate up off the bench for Alabama, coming in on the next whistle, one would assume for Grant. On the far side, Baker trying to post up Nelson again. Baker shooting a fall away from 8 feet, rolls off thankfully, and now a rebounding foul is going to be called on Jaron Stevenson, trying to keep Wright off the board, or off the glass.
Nice defense by Grant Nelson, forcing the fadeaway contested mid-range jumper, and that is a tough foul against Jaron Stevenson. Had a guard matched up on him. 2 Alabama defenders in great offense or defensive rebounding position. But unfortunately, Jaron Stevenson gets called for the foul, and LSU gets it back.
Hunter Dean checking in for LSU. Baker sitting down as the Tigers will work it far side to Wright. Wright to Dean, top of the arc, back to Wright again. He'll drive to his right, working against Diabate, slipped down, but somehow shoveled it to Cook. Cook with 4 on the shot clock, at 3, at 2, at 1. They throw it in the post, throw it away. Sears with a steal. Mark weaving through traffic, kicks it right side. Reitzel 3, bottom. Boy, he's off to a great start. His third bank first 3 already in the first 8 minutes.
Alabama with defense leading to offense. We have not seen that very often in this game. Great steal by Mark Sears, and finds the hot shooter, Reitzel.
We're tied at 22. Tigers with the basketball, working it inside, spinning, shooting, and scoring. The bucket is Fountain. His first 2 gives LSU the 24-22 advantage. Grant Nelson is still in the ball game for the Tide. Diabate came in as the ball was intended, I believe, for Nelson. Deflected out of bounds, though. Touched last by LSU. Tiger fans don't like it, but that was the right call. It was definitely deflected, and it'll belong to Bama when we come back. 11:48 to go first half. 24-22, LSU leading the Tide here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
A caring man took a walk. He saw people suffering. Anxiety ran high. Hatred rose. I'll prepare a feast and bring them together, he thought. But some refused to join him. He was heartbroken because he wanted everyone to be filled. Not with food and wine, but with compassion.
Jesus welcomed all to the table. Visit hegetsus.com to learn more.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Alabama. Greatness starts here. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
11:48 to go in the first half. Bama trails LSU 24-22 in Baton Rouge. On your next trip to T-Town, stay at the Residence Inn located at the banks of the Black Warrior River. The all-suite hotel is just a short drive from campus in downtown and ideal for any traveler. Whether staying overnight or an extended stay, Residence Inn is not just a room, it's a residence. Proud to be the preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. Brian Pasick, Coach Oates has been talking about defense. I suspect right now in the Bama huddle, he's still talking about defense.
Yeah, and it's about slowing down Will Baker. He's 6 for 7, has 13 points in the first 8 minutes of this game. He averages 12 points a game on the season, already has 13 at this point, and he's doing it all. Driving, posting, knocking down threes. Nate Oates has tried different looks, different guys, but Will Baker right now on fire on the offensive end, and he's not alone. LSU right now shooting close to 80% from the field, 11 for 14 from the field, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Alabama, no answers on the defensive end, but fortunately shooting the ball well, led by Latrell Reitzel Jr. He's 3 for 4 from the field, a perfect 3 for 3 from deep, and he's getting great looks. The few stops that Alabama's gotten, LSU has turned it over a couple of times. Alabama's been able to turn that into offense, some open floor opportunities, some driving kicks. Mark Sears with a steal, finding Latrell Reitzel after converging the defense. Alabama getting the looks they want. Offensively, we know it's not a problem for Alabama. When they take care of the ball, they're as good as it gets in college basketball. But defensively, this team has to get better. Last couple of weeks, thought this team was really starting to improve on the defensive end. Took a step or two back on Wednesday night and off to a rough start on that end of the floor here in Baton Rouge.
Brian, we got an opportunity for Mo Diabate to get in the game. We're also going to see Sam Walters. Pringle, anybody right now, I think, is who Nate Oates is looking for to rebound, get some stops, but yet you also got to continue to match them on the offensive end, as we'll see Pringle in for Diabate for the Tide.
Yeah, one thing Nate Oates talked about this week is really challenging Mark Sears to become a better defender. We know what he can do on the offensive end. One of the leaders in the SEC for player of the year in this league, but has to get better on the defensive end.
Griffin fires it over to Walters. Left side, 3-ball bottom. Boy, making his presence felt immediately. First trip down the floor, gets nothing but the bottom of the sack. That is the 5th bank first 3 for Alabama already in this half with 11:28 to go before intermission. And Bama leads at 25-24. Tigers on the drive with Cook. Kicks it back out to Ward on the near wing. To the top of the circle, Fountain. Fountain right of the circle. Will feed it off. Driving, pulling up from 12 feet is right, and he got the floater to go.
Right now, LSU playing with so much confidence on that end of the floor, knocking down shots everywhere, getting the mid-range going as well.
Estrada to Pringle, got bumped, no whistle, and a very late foul is going to be called by KB Burdett. They are going to call the push on the Tigers, and that's the right call.
And they're saying, of course he was shooting.
Yeah, I mean, he's about to dunk it. They just want to tick off everybody in the building.
Listen, it may not be a bad thing the way Alabama's shooting it from the field and the way Nick shoots from the free throw line.
We'll take that because Mark Sears just knocked home another three-pointer for the Tide. We did get the best of it. Great call, KB.
Like we were saying,
yeah.
Nice job by the Stripes.
Always.
Yes.
Who are we to question? 28-26. Alabama with a lead, LSU with the ball. They'll drive, had it poked away by Griffin out of bounds. Possession will stay with LSU. Baker and Hannibal come in. Dean will exit, as will Cook.
Nice defensive play by Rylan Griffin to knock it out of bounds. Thought Cook shuffled his feet as he drove it to the lane, but LSU gets it back, and they'll go inside to their 7-footer.
Baker kicks it outside, around the horn to right, near wing 3, missed badly. And the brick is picked up on the far side by Estrada. Ahead to Sears, Mark on the drive, downhill, lost it off his leg, out of bounds. Possession to belong to LSU. I'm not sure who did it. It may have been Hannibal. Got the hand on the dribble by Mark as he was about to go up and make a pass and knocked it off his leg. Possession to LSU.
That's not something you often see. Mark's here so strong, taking the ball to the basket. Nice defensive play by LSU to strip him, going off Sears' leg.
Reitzel right back in the game. Sears getting a breather. Bama by a bucket, 28-26. The Tide's led by as many as 2, LSU by 3. Tigers with it into the low post. Baker facing now from 15 feet away. Jumper hits the front iron. Rebounded Estrada. Flips it ahead to Griffin. Ryland back to Reitzel. He wants to shoot it. I don't blame him, but he misses on that attempt. Hit the front iron. Then deflected out of bounds by LSU. Boy, he was dead eye on that one. Maybe just a quarter step too far out.
Well, the way he shot it,
short.
Yeah, he just shot it short. Yeah. That's a shot that he has hit, he will hit, and he should shoot, especially when he's shooting it like he is here this afternoon. Already 3 for 4 from the three-point line after that miss.
Reitzel with it, handing it off to Griffin. Dead on. Bottom. Alabama waking up, firing early and often. A Wonderful start from bank first three-point range. 7 of 12 for the Crimson Tide on their 11 made field goals. LSU with the basketball as Bama enjoys a 5-point lead, their biggest and the biggest for either side in this first half thus far. Hannibal on the drive, tough leader off the glass. Nate Oates wanted to push off, didn't get the whistle, but Hannibal was able to score.
Could have been an offensive foul, but Hannibal, one of the more physical guards in the SEC, able to take it inside and end up with an easy layup.
Again, after 85 free throws the other day, I'm fine with letting that go. Inside, nice catch. Pringle lays it up, and he is fouled. Nick Pringle, an and one as he got the feed from the wing. I couldn't tell if it was Walters or Estrada who made the pass. It was Aaron, a nice feed, and Pringle, boy, did a great job of catching that, eluding contact initially, and then got himself set, laid it up as he got bumped.
What a play by Aaron Estrada. Beautiful pass inside, and that's his 4th assist of the game. Aaron Estrada knocking down shots, and the lob inside had to get it up over the defense, right into Nick Pringle's hands, took the contact, chance for a 3-point play. Alabama doing the job offensively, and they can slow LSU down. Could be a good night for the Crimson Tide, but right now it's been all offense on both sides.
Pringle trying to give Bama a 6-point lead. Nick going with the one-handed form, and he's perfect with it. Man, if that left hand would just run away when he shoots from the stripe, he is fantastic. 34-28 Bama with 9:10 and ticking left in the first half. See if we can get a stop on this end. Cook fires the pass inside. Baker could not save it. Then they say Alabama fell out of bounds as they were trying to get possession, and they do. Great. So give it back to the Tigers.
Love the effort by Latrell Reitzel and Mark Sears. Both of those guys diving for the loose ball, but probably just needed one of them to dive, one of them to wait for them to throw it back in, but LSU gets it back.
Inbounds goes to Reed in the low post. Baker spinning against the Bama defender Pringle, and somebody got him on the arm.
They got Aaron Estrada coming to help out. The right idea by Aaron Estrada, doubling down Will Baker, who's been so good in this game. 13 points on 6 for 8 from the field. And they'll say he was shooting too. I thought he got him before he went into his shooting motion. That'll send Will Baker to the line already with 13 points.
They get 14 as he hits the first. Stevenson and Diabate come in. They were not effective in their last game against Auburn, but boy, they were fantastic against Mississippi State, combining for 28 points in Bama's blowout win over the Bulldogs. Baker's second free throw up and good as well. So it's 34-30, Alabama with the lead. Sears will get it front court, gives it off to Estrada, back to Mark. Mark going left, changing directions, playing off the screen from Diabate. Now to Estrada. Estrada giving it back to Sears, back to Estrada near side. Shoots a three, too strong. Rebound controlled by Baker, and the Tigers will come the other direction. Williams walking it up, gives it off to Baker between the circles. He'll dribble left, he'll hand it off to Reed. Reed to Williams. They wanted to throw it down low to Baker. Couldn't get it to him initially. Reed with it again, driving against Stevenson, trying to back his way down. Spinning, shooting, missing. Rebound tipped into the air, controlled by Diabate. Diabate giving it off to Sears. Mark looking to his left. Nothing there. Gives it up to Stevenson. Back to Sears, driving, stepping back. Kicking in the corner to Estrada. Estrada stopping on the low block, kicking it out. Stevenson. Step back three, too strong. Rebounded Diabate to Reitzel. Left side three, no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul's going to be whistled on the Crimson Tide.
Couple of great looks for Alabama on the offensive end. Not able to convert, but Mo Diabate doing what he does best. Getting the offensive rebound, the hustle play, giving his teammate second chance opportunity. Alabama, a couple of rare misses, rare open misses from the three-point line. And the hustle play after, but Bama gets called to the foul.
Aaron Estrada's got 2 of Alabama's 14 fouls. He'll head to the bench. Riley Griffin in to replace him. Once play resumes, 7:54 on the first half game clock. 34-30 is our score in Baton Rouge. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father.
And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Today's radio affiliate of the game is 95.1 The Fox in Montgomery. Go to the Crimson Tide Sports Network's Facebook page, follow us, and tell us where you're listening for a chance to win 2 free combo meals from Jack's. Thank you for tuning in to the Crimson Tide Sports Network for Alabama basketball. Bama now up 4, 34-30 in Baton Rouge at the 7:54 mark. It's Mardi Gras BP, and Will Baker's having a pretty good day.
He is. He's been unstoppable on the inside. 15 points already. 6 for 8 from the field. He's knocked down a 3. Perfect. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Nate Oates has tried different looks against the 7-footer for LSU. Right now, no answers. Fortunately for Alabama, looking great on the offensive end. Alabama already has knocked down 7 threes, 7 for 15 from the three-point line. And that's after 2 of their best shooters missing wide-open threes in the last possession. Alabama getting the looks they want offensively. This Bama team looks like the #1 offense in college basketball. And maybe more importantly than knocking down shots, taking care of the ball. This LSU team, #1 in the SEC in steals. Alabama with just 1 turnover here in the early going. They've been able to convert some LSU turnovers into open floor opportunities. But right now it's about slowing down Will Baker and the LSU Tigers on their offensive end.
BP, it's no secret that these coaches live with a video monitor in their lap watching game film. Is this something we're going to see a lot of with a team that has a post that's capable of doing this?
Well, I mean, teams have tried that. Toulouse Smith has had big games against Alabama and played pretty well in Tuscaloosa. Alabama won by 32. So that is an area that this team needs to get better. But I think they've got guys that can do it. Nick Pringle, Mohamed Wagi, who we haven't seen just yet. And the emergence of Mohamed Diabate. He's not a center, but he can play that position when Alabama goes small. And he is a tough defender, a great rebounder on both ends of the floor. And one thing that Nate Oates has communicated to his team, and we're starting to see with the emergence and playing time of Mo Diabate, if you play tough, if you play hard, if you defend, you're going to get to play. And little Mo is a great example of that.
Diabate, Griffin, Stevenson, Sears, and Reitzel, the 5 on the floor for the Tide. LSU with the basketball. Losing the handle was Baker, and Bama comes the other way. In the right wing, right corner, I should say. Reitzel fires the pass left corner. 3-ball, Stevenson bottom. Boy, when he gets set, Brian, he's as good as we've got.
Yeah, Latrell Reitzel, who's knocked down threes, able to drive the baseline. Defense converged, and wasn't a perfect pass to Jaren Stevenson, but was able to hold on to it, get his feet set, knock it down.
Tigers driving the rim. A shot blocked down low. That was Diabate, I believe, that got a hand on it, or was it Stevenson, Brian?
I think it was Mo Diabate. He seems to be the guy. If there's an offensive rebound, deflection, block shot, it seems to be Mo Diabate, and it was either him or Jaren Stevenson. Great effort by Alabama defensively.
Inside to Baker, spinning shot with the left hand, up and good. And it's 37-32. The Bama lead down to 5. Here's Sears into the front court for Alabama. Mark fires it right side to Mo. Back to Mark. Takes it baseline. Backs it out to the corner. To Mo on the wing. Diabate crossed it over against Baker. Getting into the lane. Dumped it off, but threw it right to a Tiger. LSU in transition. Cook stepping through. Tough layup. No. Ball tipped out. Fought for. Picked up by Sears. Had numbers initially. Left side. Reitzel lets the defender go by. Another. Finds Sears. three, bottom. Oh, that was pretty. Bama 9 of 17 from Bank First, three-point range.
And the unselfishness by both Mark Sears and Latrell Reitzel Jr. Looked like both of them wanted the other one to take it, but Latrell Reitzel ends up finding Mark Sears for a wide-open three.
And Baker looking a bit winded, too, as he came to the other end. Now foot driving. Teardrop up, no good. Tip follow is no good by LSU, but they'll get Sears, I believe, for a weak side rebounding foul.
Alabama made 14 threes against LSU in the first matchup, well on their way with 9 already here in the first half. Still 6 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Alabama 9 for 17 from deep. And these are threes they can continue to make because they're open. Alabama moving the ball, for the most part taking care of it and finding open shooters. And right now, this Alabama team playing with a lot of confidence on the offensive end.
Foul was on Stevenson, his second. He checks out. Nelson in to replace him. Again, they go to Baker. This time he scores over Pringle to make it a 40-34 game. Bama's lead down to 6. LSU trailing Bama. Griffin trying to answer the three. Popped out, no good. Rebound tipped, but controlled by Baker and the Tigers.
Alabama's already made 9 threes. Even the ones they missed look like they're going down. That one in and out by Rylan Griffin.
Baker, a deep three from dead on is good. Nate Oates not happy with the lack of defense on Baker, who's made it a 3-point game. He's going to get Diabate back in. Here's Reitzel on the drive, weaving through traffic. Out to Sears, near side three, no good. Rebound claimed by Pringle, back up strong, left hand, got it to go. He just willed that one in, didn't he?
What a play by Nick Pringle. Not able to slow down Will Baker on the other end of the floor, but big-time offensive rebound and finish with the left hand.
5-point Bama lead, 5-10 and ticking. Time left in the opening half. Tigers nearly lose it, but get it to Baker again. Pringle defending him as Baker will hand it off to Hannibal. Drives into the lane. That's going to be an offensive foul. Great job, Riley Griffin, really pulling the chair out from under him, didn't he?
Did a nice job of understanding where Hannibal wanted to go, and there wasn't a lot of contact. I think the call was made because Hannibal lowered his shoulder, and Rylan Griffin able to understand where the angle was and where he wanted to go. Nice defensive play by Alabama and Griffin.
Big foul there. That's the third on Hannibal. He's got 6 assists, but 3 personal fouls with 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Bama the ball in a 5-point lead. Latrell Reitzel getting it front court, taking it left side, reversing back up top Diabate. Mo hands it off to Mark. Crosses over to his right, backs it out with 15 on the shot clock. Low into the baseline, cut off again, trying to maneuver in the lane. Does so, stops, shoots, tough shot, off the glass and in. Mark Sears finding a way to get it done.
I'm telling you, you want to play Mark Sears in the post, he could do it.
Tigers run the other way, miss the layup attempt. Diabate clears it ahead to Mark. Stopping on the wing for the trailer. Walter steps into a three, short. Rebound tipped into the air, controlled by Reitzel. Latrell looking to his left. Dribbles that way to Sears, going right. Back to Reitzel. Shoot it again, baby. Wouldn't go, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 3 free throws with 4:14 to go in the half. The scoreboard favoring Bama, 44-37, but the tempo and the pace certainly favoring the Crimson Tide.
When you've hit 9 threes, Alabama 9 for 20 from the 3-point line, and 3 of those have been from Latrell Reitzel Jr., you're going to draw some attention. He drew a little too much attention right there as he gets fouled. Thought it was going to go down, almost a chance for a 4-point play, but he'll go to the line for 3.
Latrell Reitzel making it 45-37, make it 46, and he'll have a chance to get it to 47 with a 3rd free throw upcoming here for the Crimson Tide. Bama 9 of 20 from 3. And the free throw by Reitzel makes it 6 of 6. From the strike. Griffin in, Walters out for Alabama. You got Diabate, Griffin, Nelson, and Reitzel, your 5 on the floor. Tigers to Cook, top of the arc. Now to Baker. In the left side, they'll feed it to Ward. Ward trying to shake 3, brings the near wing with the shot clock under 15 again. Ward trying to go baseline, pull up J from 10 is good.
I mean, you can't defend it any better. You force a contested Mid-range shot by great defense by Rylan Griffin, but LSU and Alabama hot.
Nelson to Diabate, lost the handle on the way up, almost batted it in. Instead, the Tigers come the other way, down 8. LSU throws it left corner. Williams, half the 3 to go. Wow. Caught it, pump fake, then dropped it to cut the Bama lead to 5.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row for LSU that was well defended. Mark Sears in great defensive position. LSU knocks it down.
Bama working it to the left side in Nelson. Now to Sears, who plays through contact. Gets into the lane, kicks it out to Diabate. No, 3, no. Rebound tip, fought for. Reitzel had a hand on it. Scramble on the deck, and LSU comes away with it. Tigers trying to cut into a 5-point Bama lead with 3 minutes to go in the half. Cook over to Baker. Left alone, 3, too strong. Rebounded by Sears. And Bama will come the other way. We're due immediate timeout on our next whistle. Sears inside Diabate. Fires in the corner. Nelson, one more to Reitzel. A bounce pass underneath. Diabate, nice catch in traffic, but then lost it out of bounds. And it brings us to a media timeout. 2:41 to play first half. 47-42, Alabama leading LSU on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, confession time. I just shopped Kohl's clearance and I might have gone a little overboard. But who can blame me with all the major markdowns going on? I saved 70% on so many great finds, like cozy fleece sweats, comfy PJs, a cute sweater, a warm jacket, and I could keep going. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on Kohl's clearance major markdowns. And if you see me there again, no you didn't. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Bama's up by 5 at the 2:41 mark in the first half over LSU. 47-42. Stay with us at the half for the Toyota Halftime Report with first half stats, scores from around the SEC, and a quick chat with Coach Nate Oates, presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. The unbeatable combination for termite protection. Brian Pasick will have that chat. I suspect defense will come up.
Yeah, maybe slow down Will Baker. That has been a tough thing for Alabama. He is on fire. Averages 12 points a game, and with just under 3 minutes to play in the first half, he's already got 22 in this one, and he's doing it every ways. 9 for 12 overall from the field, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's been to the line, a perfect 2 for 2. He is in a rhythm offensively, to say the least, but fortunately Alabama is as well, knocking down 9 threes here in the first half. 9 for 21, 6 for 6 from the line, led by Mark Sears with 10. Latrell Reitzel Jr., he's got 12. Alabama sharing the ball, shooting the ball well, for the most part taking care of it. Such an important area for Alabama all year long, but especially against the LSU Tigers. LSU number 1 in the SEC in steals. Alabama looking great offensively. Just right now, no answers for Will Baker on that end of the floor.
They got something going on the video board called a dad dance-off, and I will be kind and say it is highly unfortunate.
Well, I'm out. My daughter Sarah's here, and she won't drive back to Birmingham with me if they include me on that.
I understand. Might have come to expect it with me.
There's a lot of dancing going on in the state of Louisiana, and a big reason why there's not your typical crowd here at the PMAC. Not a bad crowd.
No, it's filled up since the anthem when there were not.
But it's Mardi Gras. There's a big parade here locally, and they don't have their normal crowd that they would have.
But it's not bad. It is respectable now. I will say that.
Now the student section is a little sparse, and I imagine if you're a student at LSU, you are probably a little more focused on Mardi Gras than a basketball game, and that's fine with me.
2:41 remaining as we wisely move right along. And apparently something on the inbounds. Did LSU not inbound it properly?
May have stepped over the line.
Well, that's just total lack of concentration on their part, if so.
Alabama will happily take it.
Yeah.
Just a mistake. There was no pressure in the backcourt. Just mistake by LSU. It had been Fountain who stepped over the line, and Alabama will get it back.
So Reitzel will inbound it from the baseline. Looking, gets it into Sears. Mark to his left with a dribble. Now playing off the screen from Nelson. Works it down the lane. Tough shot left hand. No good. Rebounded Fountain. Outlet pass goes to Cook, and the Tigers push it. Near side, Williams for 3. Too strong. Rebound tip. Scramble on the deck. LSU the first to the floor. They'll get the tie-up, and the arrow is going to favor, thankfully, Alabama.
Yeah, it's amazing how radically different this game is being called to what we saw Wednesday night. Mark Sears has driven the lane the last couple of times and got banged the whole way, maybe hit on the forearm. That call would have been called 3 times.
And they'd have reviewed it. Bounce pass goes inside to Stevenson, and he gets fouled. I knew type would like that.
On Wednesday night, we would, and here, listen, and it's both ways. I mean, 11 total team fouls here with 2 minutes to play in the first half. There were 61 fouls called on Wednesday night.
Nelson working it to Stevenson. Stevenson dribbles to the top of the arc, now feeds it off. The 3 from the wing is no good, I believe, by Sears, and the rebound is controlled by LSU. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Bama pretty cold 0 for their last 5. No points in the last 2.5 minutes. Tigers with the basketball. Driving downhill, getting position and scoring easily there is Jared Reed.
And it's a 7-0 run for LSU. Alabama was up 10 just a few minutes ago. Gone cold here on the offensive end. Still can't get stops.
Walters with the basketball. Gives it off to Sears. Mark with under 15 on the shot clock. 90 seconds to go in the half. Goes down the lane. Tough shot with the right hand. He got it to go.
Glad they didn't call that one. Could have called it outside. Took some contact before he went into his shooting motion, but able to finish with the right hand.
Bama by 5 with 1:15 to go in the half. LSU with the ball. On the drive, Cook gets underneath. Got fouled. Nate Oates not happy with his players as they call that one on Mark Sears.
I think he's right now not happy with a couple of the no calls of Mark Sears going inside. And on the offensive end for LSU, Jalen Cook got the call that Mark Sears did not, and it'll be LSU at the line for 2.
He's mad at about 8 guys right now. His 5 in uniform defensively, and the other 3 with whistles, as the free throw by Cook is up and good. First free throw made by Cook. Jalen Cook gets it to go. Makes them both, and it's back to a 3-point game again. Bama has led by as many as 10 in this first half. Walters catch and shoot 3, too strong off the back iron. Rebound tipped twice out of bounds, such last by LSU. It'll be Bama basketball underneath with 1 minute exactly remaining in the half.
And we talk about the little things in the pregame show, and Alabama has done that on the offensive end. A little deflection from Jaron Stevenson forced the ball to go out of bounds off of LSU.
Sears stepping through a double team in the lane, had it knocked away. Nate Oates wanted a whistle, no call. Tigers run the other way with Williams. Williams trying to cross over, gets it in the lane. Runner is up. It's an air ball, and it's taken the other way by the Crimson Tide. Here's Mark Sears looking for Walters. Thought about a shot, instead will drive. Goes down the lane. Tough shot blocked, and LSU controls. Still a 3-point Bama lead with 34 seconds remaining in the half, about an 8-second differential. Shot clock and game clock, and a timeout's called by LSU.
Alabama 1 for their last 9. LSU physical on the defensive end, and not sure that the last one by Walters warranted a foul call, but there were a couple by Mark Sears taking contact, no call, and Alabama struggling, knocking down shots. That's something we haven't said throughout this game. For the last few minutes, Alabama's gotten the looks they've wanted. Not able to convert, and LSU's continued to shoot the ball extremely well. 59% from the field are the Tigers. 19 for 32, 4 for 8 from the three-point line, but 9 made threes for Alabama, keeping them with just a little bit of a lead here. One possession game, a chance for LSU to cut into it or tie it with a three, but Alabama should get one opportunity if they can get a stop or get the ball back. 7 seconds, a little over 7 seconds difference between game clock and shot clock here in the first half.
Alabama was 7 of 15 at the under 8 media timeout from bank first three-point range, but they're only 2 of 8 since that time.
Well, the good news
down to 3.
The good news for Alabama is the shot quality has still been good.
Right.
And if this Alabama team with the firepower that they have on that end of the floor, they continue to get the looks that they have, just a matter of time before they get back to what we saw probably the first 15 minutes of the first half, where those open threes were going down. It just hasn't been the case here late in the first half.
Tigers inbounding it directly in front of us. Williams gets it into Cook. He'll walk it into the front court as Griffin will defend him. Cook still with the dribble. 10 on the shot clock. Right wing, he goes with it to Ward. Top of the arc, Reed driving against Nelson. Shot is up. It won't go, but he is fouled by Grant. That ball wedged between the backboard and the rim. And the whistle of foul on Grant Nelson. That is his first. Grant's only got 2 points in the first half. He's made his only field goal, but no rebounds, and they have scored quite a bit on him directly. First free throw up coming from Reed, and he missed it, thankfully. Fountain in for LSU. Baker sits down. Sam Walters in, replacing Nick Pringle. Also, Nelson sits down. And I'm not sure. I think it's Estrada in for him. Bama's got Griffin, Reitzel, Walters, Estrada, and Sears as it's 5 on the floor. Second free throw up coming from Jalen Reed. That one is too strong, and the rebound's claimed by Sears. Mark with his 4th board of the half. Bama with 6 with 5 to shoot. Sears down the lane at 3. Tough shot, no. Rebound claimed by LSU. They let it fly. 3/4 court at the buzzer. It's no good, and the half ends with Alabama on top, but only 49-46. Nate Oates not happy with KB Burdett or the rest of the crew as he heads to the locker room. His team up only 3, and he's going to be cut off momentarily by our own Brian Passing. And Brian, you got it. Go ahead.
Coach, thoughts on the first half? Our defense stinks still. We got to guard somebody. Like, Baker's got 22 points. Our bigs have to step up and guard. Our guy, I felt like Mark was getting fouled a little bit going to the rim. We got to either convert at the rim or pick up the foul, one of the two. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. The unbeatable combination for termite protection brings us Coach Nate Oates at the half. 49-46 Bama at the break. We're back with more in a moment from Baton Rouge on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out, the pesky check engine. A little change can go a long way when you escape every day at Wing Creek Casino and on the Casinoverse app.
Favorite jeans, favorite shirt. Yakinick sausage and I'm firing it up. Yeah, everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. You can smell that flavor up and down the road. It's a little taste of heaven, and everybody knows. That's how I get my grill on. Kanaka sausage. It's just a little taste of heaven.
Coleman Coliseum gives the Tide a big home court advantage. When it comes to your home, count on Tri-Green Equipment to give you a big tried-and-true advantage with our lineup of John Deere equipment. From riding mowers, compact utility tractors, skaters, to large agricultural equipment, they've got serious game. Plus, the tried-and-true Tri-Green team is always there when you need an assist. Stop by one of our locations or visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Proud sponsors of Alabama Crimson Tide basketball.
Crimson Tide basketball is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. And by Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant, and now a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Now, on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Toyota Halftime Report. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
At the half in Baton Rouge, Alabama with a 49-46 lead. The Tide had led by 10 at 47-37, but LSU finishing the half strong, and Bama not able to defend or make shots, seeing that lead dissipate to down to 3 here at intermission. Chris Stewart back with you on our Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealer or explore Toyota.com today. Take advantage of the amazing deals on a full line of vehicles. And no matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. Alabama getting 2 from Grant Nelson, 12 from Mark Sears, same number from Latrell Reitzel, 3 from Rylan Griffin, 5 from Aaron Estrada, 9 from Nick Pringle, and 3 points each from Jarian Stevenson and Sam Walters. Mo Diabate played, grabbed 3 rebounds, but did not score. LSU, meanwhile, getting 7 from Jalen Reed, Will Baker, a game-high 22. Trey Hannibal with 2. He's also got 3 first-half fouls and 6 assists. Mike Williams with 3 points, 2 for Jordan Wright, 6 from Tyrell Ward, 2 each from Jalen Cook and Derek Fountain. Hunter Dean played a couple of minutes, did not score for the Tigers. Bama 49, LSU 46. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Bama by 3 at the break. Tom's tight with more halftime numbers when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
This is Tom Stipe with your Alabama Power scoreboard update. Alabama Power for a better Alabama. Halftime from the PMAC in Baton Rouge. Bama leads LSU 49-46. Setting the SEC action for the rest of the day. South Carolina's at home with Vandy. Florida hosts Auburn. Kentucky out of conference against Gonzaga at Rupp. Arkansas will welcome Georgia. A&M will host Tennessee. And Mizzou will welcome Mississippi State. We'll take a look at team stats next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
At Red Diamond, we know that there's simply nothing better than the perfect sip of fresh brewed iced tea. And we've been working hard to make sure choosing Red Diamond is always easy, with only simple ingredients: water, tea leaves, and pure cane sugar, or no sugar. We make sure our tea tastes like, well, tea. Stop by your local cooler and pick up a gallon for a perfect sip today. Red Diamond. Perfect's not easy.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Ball tipped out, fought for, picked up by Sears. Had numbers initially. Left side, Reitzel lets the defender go by. Another, finds Sears. Three, bottom. Oh, that was pretty. Bama 9 of 17. From bank first, 3-point range.
Bama leads LSU 49-46, and the sounds of the game are presented by Beatbox. The original Party Punch with 9 delicious flavors, non-carbonated and resealable. Be the MVP of your next game day tailgate with Beatbox. Halftime stats are delivered by Assurance Financial. In less time than halftime, you can apply for a mortgage at AssuranceMortgage.com. Shooting percentage, Bama 45% overall, 39 from bank first, 3 land, 6 of 6 from the foul line for LSU, 59% overall, 50 from outside the arc, 4 of 6 from the stripe. Team rebounding, LSU leads at 14-10. Turnovers, Bama with 3. Tigers with 5. Again at the half, Bama leads LSU 49-46, and that does it for the Toyota halftime report. The second half's coming right up. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year and had chemo and radiation at DCH's Lewis and Faye Madison Cancer Center. I'm thankful for the support of my nurse Kate, my breast navigator Katrina, my doctors, and the whole staff. I have felt confident like I was the most important person there, before, during, and after. Tuscaloosa is blessed to have such an excellent team at the Madison Cancer Center.
Great things are happening at DCH.
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This has been the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or explore Toyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. The second half is just moments away. Roll Tide.
What to look for in the second half is presented by Marathon. Marathon is here to keep you and your team fueled on and off the court because we're driven together. Bama leads it 49-46 over LSU. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick here, BP. You got Bob Pettit's jersey. You got Shaquille O'Neal's jersey hanging from the rafters. Will Baker showing off some old school post moves in this building.
Yeah, looking like the many legends that have played in this building. 22 points in the first half, and Alabama has had no answers for him on the interior, but fortunately, Alabama has had answers on the perimeter, knocking down 9 threes in the first half, despite going 1 for their last 10. Alabama was hot from the three-point line, led by Latrell Wrightsell Jr. He and Mark Sears both have 12 points in this game. Alabama got great shots throughout the first half. Went a little cold late in the half, had a 10-point lead with a few minutes to go, or 4 minutes to go, and then it was all LSU the last few minutes to cut into what was a double-digit lead for Alabama. Nate Oates expressed his displeasure with this Alabama defense. He said it was not very good and had some other things to say, but was not pleased with his team's defensive performance. We said before the game, we predicted there would not be 85 free throws shot in this game. There would not be 61 fouls called. and that has been the case. Amazing how different this game is called as compared to Wednesday night. Just 12 free throws between the two teams, 13 fouls total called in this game. Nate Oates talking to the officials going into halftime, feeling like Mark Sears was taking a lot of contact, taking the ball to the basket with no calls. We'll see what adjustments are made at halftime.
LSU gets it first to begin half number 2. Hannibal, who was limited because of the 3 fouls, will bring it ahead. They dump it to Baker on the right side, trying to back his way down on Grant Nelson. His jump hook with the right hand is no good. Ball's tipped into the hands of Nelson. Bama comes the other way.
And the key is with his right hand. He's a lefty, made him go left. Nice defensive job in the first possession by Nelson.
Nelson posting up on Baker, kicks it to the far side. Reitzel, Luttrell on the drive, throws a pass. It's deflected, nearly stolen. Back to Reitzel, around the horn to Sears. Mark driving, looking. Griffin with 7 on the shot clock. Step back 3, bottom. Great start for half number 2. A stop on one end, a 3 on the other. Brought to you by Bank First.
Alabama ice cold to end the first half. Good start on both ends for Alabama here in the second.
6-point lead again, 52-46. Williams stepping back, shooting a 3, and it rattles around and then settles through.
Mark Sears
pop out.
Mark Sears lost his footing, so ended up being a wide open shot.
Nelson a 3 on the other end. Can't get it to drop. Rebound fought for, claimed by Reitzel. Ball batted around, knocked out of bounds, touched last by LSU.
Nate Oates does not want to see his teams trading baskets like we saw most of the first half. If you like offense, the first half was a lot of fun to watch. But Alabama wants to get better on the defensive end. They struggled in the first half.
Inside, Nelson got hacked as he went to the rim and then got corralled and brought down quickly to the floor. Make sure everybody's all right. He and Jalen Wright tangled up, and both appear to be fine, although a little sore. And that's going to be the 4th foul. Whistle on Hannibal.
Grant Nelson hit the floor hard, and he's looking at the right arm, right shoulder area. Hopefully it doesn't affect him on this free throw. Doesn't look to be serious, but he's in a little bit of pain. And like we saw about, 700 times on Wednesday night, the officials will go to the monitor.
What are they looking at? A hook, maybe? Right there?
With our position here next to the Alabama bench, you had the entire coaching staff and most of the players between us and the play. And it's a beautiful scoreboard they have.
And I'm having to call it off of it.
And that may be the best place to watch this game when the ball's on the Alabama bench side for us. The better move by our play-by-play guy looking up instead of at the play.
Just trying to see where everything is.
Well, I have witnessed a lot with you over the years sitting next to you. But some of the most amazing broadcasting is when you cannot see the action and still able to somehow
we are at least in the same building. That's nice, as opposed to being at a football stadium in Tuscaloosa calling a basketball game.
Was it confirmed during COVID?
2 shots, nothing else. We'll do 2.
Common foul.
Yeah.
Nothing different. So Grant Nelson will go line for 2. But you go back to the COVID days, and I think it was the Clemson game? There was a game that
in Atlanta
we could not see the action, and Mr. Stewart calling the action off the ticker.
Yeah.
And somehow did a little sports radio / play-by-play and couldn't see the game for about 10 minutes and somehow able to get through that. It's great to be in the building and just have a few players and coaches to look through. It's hard. Listen, my apologies complaining about courtside seats here at SEC arenas, but sometimes it is a little hard to see, but I wouldn't trade it.
It's not the seat. It's our head coach that won't move. He's got great defensive position in front of us no matter where the ball is.
If he hadn't won 4 titles in the last 3 years, I'd complain about it.
Unfortunately, I had a great view of Grant Nelson missing that first free throw. Had that one rattle and pop out.
He's still feeling the effect from that fall, kind of favoring that right arm and shoulder. Hopefully he's okay, and I thought it might affect his free throw. It looked like it did on the first.
Makes the second one, though, and puts the Alabama lead back at 4 with 18:45 ticking. Time left, second half here in Baton Rouge, Pete Maravich Assembly Center. Tigers on the drive, getting to the bucket, laying it in for 2. That was way too easy that time on the bucket from Jalen Cook.
Yeah, went right by Mark Sears.
3 in the left corner for Alabama. Hits off the rim, top of the glass. No good by Griffin, but they're going to say touched last by LSU.
Again, didn't have a great view of that, but I thought initially it was off Grant Nelson. Will Baker not happy with that call. Alabama gets it back.
Inbounds goes to Estrada. Back to the inbounder. Sears, far corner. Mark out to Nelson. Thought about a 3. Feeds Estrada instead. Estrada on the drive. Throws it up off the glass and in. I thought that initially was going to be a pass to Nelson.
He's so crafty around the basket. Went off the wrong foot, so the shot blocker, the 7-footer coming over, wasn't able to time up the jumper block shot, and Estrada able to finish.
Leaner in the paint. Off the mark. No good, but the rebound tipped out into the hands of Wright. He'll drive it now into the lane, lost the handle, got it back into the hands of Baker. Baker had it poked away by Estrada, who goes to the deck, wrestles it away, hands it off to Sears, and here comes Bama the other way. Sears down the far sideline, stopping on the wing, crosses over, now goes baseline and gets bumped by Cook, and that will be team foul number 2, I believe, on the Tigers.
Back-to-back great plays by the veteran Aaron Estrada, able to score with the floater on the offensive end, and Will Baker had position, had the ball, but Aaron Estrada able to knock it away, and look what I thought was going to be a jump ball.
Quick inbounds pass to Reitzel, missed the layup though, tried to get it back, does, saves it to Estrada, around to Griffin, 3, no, rebound tipped and controlled by LSU.
Great effort by Alabama. Rylan Griffin in rhythm, open, not able to convert.
And that was after Reitzel had missed the layup, but he was being challenged by a taller defender. Now Baker fakes a 3, gets into the lane, spins it to a double team, stripped and stolen by Reitzel. Latrell gets it front court, brings it near side. Griffin tries a 3, bottom. Alabama starting to heat up, and a timeout called by LSU as Alabama leads it now 58-51.
Great job defensively by Latrell Reitzel, able to strip Will Baker, who went with the dribble drive, spun into the defense. Latrell able to knock the ball away, start the Alabama fast break. Rylan Griffin missed the open 3 on the previous possession. Still confident. Let it fly, knocks it down, and LSU gets a timeout.
17 minutes to go when we come back. Bama by 7 in the Bayou on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 66 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crispy, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
Bama's up 7, 58-51, 17:07 to go in the ball game. We have determined that Coke Zero Sugar is the best Coke ever. It's a bold statement, but it's got that irresistible taste to back it up. Coke Zero Sugar truly is amazing. Taste it for yourself. Tom Stipe, Chris Stewart, Brian Pasick on the Bayou. It's Mardi Gras Saturday. Bama is leading the ball game, BP, and for 2 defensive trips, Grant Nelson forces Will Baker to his right, and
Latrell Reitzel.
I'm trying to call him Spreewell.
He's
little
played
backside help and gets the steal.
He's played like Spree a little bit here in this game, knocking down shots, making great defensive plays, and it was a nice defensive play by the entire Alabama team. We need to see more of that here in the second half. Will Baker dominant in the first half, had 22. Missed a shot, had a turnover last couple of possessions, and Alabama able to do something that they did not do Wednesday night, and that's capitalize off of turnovers and second chance points. Right now, Alabama outscoring LSU in points off turnovers 14-0. Second chance points 13-4 in favor of Alabama. 27-4 in those categories that Alabama got dominated on Wednesday night. So good news for Alabama. The bad news is Will Baker continues, even though he hasn't scored 22 points. And Nate Oates not happy with his guards, giving up dribble penetration a couple possessions ago. And he's talked to Mark Sears about becoming a better defender, not just Mark, but this entire team. Alabama has struggled with their interior defense and defending without fouling on the inside. But one reason you give up fouls is offensive rebounds, you're out of position. Also, if guards give up dribble penetration, it forces help, it forces scramble situations, you're out of position. Typically when teams are out of position, you get scored on or you foul. Alabama's done too much of both of those this year. They need to get better on the perimeter and on the inside on the defensive end, but the last couple of possessions have looked good.
Tigers with the basketball front court to our right. Up top to Reed, far side to Cook. Top of the circle right, thought about a three, drives inside, pulls up from 15 now. Shot rolls off, ball tipped out, controlled by Estrada, and Bama comes the other way. Aaron near side to Sears, spots up, three off the mark in the rebound, controlled by Williams. Didn't get his shoulders square as he was moving just a little bit on that one. Now here's the Tigers with Cook, a step back three of his own, no good. Long rebound tipped out by the Tigers, but into the hands of Reitzel. Latrell near side, circles through traffic, right side Griffin, back in the corner. Reitzel thought about a three, instead will drive, works inside to Estrada, puts it up with the left hand, no, and the rebound is controlled by LSU and Cook.
Good look by Latrell Reitzel. Aaron Estrada just not able to finish.
Cook with a three, no good. Three straight misses by the Tigers. Bama running the floor. Nelson with a flush. Grant Nelson the finish on the great assist from Mark Sears.
What a beautiful pass. And Grant Nelson kind of looked like a wide receiver right there where he didn't really look at the ball because the defender was in great position. If they would have seen it coming, could have been deflected. What a play by Sears and Nelson.
60-51. Bama leading by 9 with 15:48 to go. Bama looking for another stop. Here's Cook trying to shake free against Griffin. Downhill off the glass, no, and a whistle will be against the Crimson Tide.
The reason that foul was called is Rylan Griffin came with his hands down. If he keeps his hands up, he was in great position. That is what triggered the call by the officials. Otherwise, a great defensive play by Rylan.
15:42 to go when we come back to Baton Rouge. Bama leading LSU 60-51 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Bama leads it on the Bayou by 9, 15:42 to go in the ball game. 60 for Bama, 51 for LSU. Here's an important reminder to all Crimson Tide fans: stay up to date with all recommended vaccinations. Flu season is here and COVID-19 continues, so don't wait, vaccinate. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more. BP, what are you seeing?
Alabama's doing a better job defensively and needed to do that, especially against Will Baker. 22 points for the 7-footer in the first half, but Alabama has done a better job of coming with quick double teams, getting deflections, not allowing him to go left, and Alabama's been able to capitalize off of LSU turnovers. This LSU team usually creates a lot of turnovers. Number 1 in the SEC in steals. Bama's done a pretty good job for the most part taking care of the ball, but Alabama has been the team to benefit off of the turnovers in this game. 14-0 advantage for Alabama in points off turnovers. Not shooting it great here in the second half, but getting stops. LSU hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes. They're 0 for their last 4. Unfortunately, there's a foul right before the break on Ryland Griffin, who I thought played really good defense. Maybe a little contact late, but that'll send LSU to the line for a chance to cut into this Alabama lead.
Crimson Tide has yet to break its huddle. LSU already out on the floor with Williams, Cook, Wright, Baker, and Reed as their 5 with 15:42 to go. Cook standing at the free throw line waiting. See if that's a good idea or not when he finally shoots. Huddle breaks for Alabama with Sam Walters, Mark Sears, Jaron Stevenson.
Cook's an 80% free throw shooter, so
he knows what he's doing.
Well, yeah, and I'm trying to jinx him. He's a great free throw shooter.
Aaron Estrada, the 5th player for
both
Bama.
could be true, Chris.
They can indeed, partner. Stood there a long time. Now he's going to get the basketball and try the first one. Told you he stood there too long.
And I told you I could jinx him.
Attaboy.
That's why they pay us the big bucks, Chris.
That's exactly right. Saying there's a chance. Cook's second is up. That one is no good. The rebound foul is going to be called on Cook over the back of Stevenson. A break there for Alabama.
And Alabama coach is not happy with the block out by the freshman. Fortunately, the foul was called and Alabama will get it back, and LSU still scoreless over the last 3 minutes.
Bama with the ball up 9. Stevenson at the elbow, looking back door. Beautiful feed. Pringle the flush.
Pringle wanted the alley-oop, and it was just a direct chest pass, but Pringle able to go up in one motion, catch it, and throw it down.
Front court, Cook, work into the near wing. Reverses back, top of the arc to Reed. Hands it off. They'll work top of the circle, and Baker slipped and fell. Let's see if he's all right. They throw it low post to Reed. Steps through, got hacked by Walters. Sam got his money's worth on that one. If you're going to foul, make sure you draw blood, and I think he did.
Well, it was a beautiful pass inside to Reed. Sam Walters got matched up after the switch. Knew he was in bad position, and that was going to be an easy layup or dunk. Got the foul, and it'll send the Tigers back to the line.
First of 2 for Reed upcoming. And that one's good. With 15:07 to play. 62-52. Now the scores. LSU's cut the Bama advantage down to 10. That 11-point lead prior to the made free throw, the largest of the day for Alabama. Second one is missed. Walters up above everybody to claim that one for Alabama. The freshman will bring it ahead for the Tide. Gives it off to Estrada. He'll drive. He'll spin. He'll lose it. He'll get it back. He'll kick to Walters in the corner. Driving. Shuffles it off to Pringle. He lost the handle. Turnover, but taken back by the Tide. Walters near side 3. Rattles out. No good. Rebound put back is good, though, by Estrada.
I don't know how that didn't go in from Sam Walters in and out, but Aaron Estrada just does a little bit of everything. Gets the offensive rebound in traffic and able to score over the 7-footer.
Bama by a dozen. Poked away, narrowly stolen. Scramble, LSU has it. Throws it in the backcourt. No. Run down at the stripe by Cook. Cook stepping back. A deep 3. Got it to go. A weird, wild, almost desperation 3 with a lot of time left on the shot clock. But he got it to go, and the lead's down to 9. Here's Sears with it for Bama. Far side, Stevenson. Jarrett on the drive in the bucket. Couldn't get it to go, but got fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Love the aggressiveness that Jaron Stevens is starting to play with. Struggled against Auburn, but had some company in that Wednesday night. But That's an aggressive move, taking it strong to the basket through contact that we didn't see nearly as much the first month or so of his Alabama career, but he is getting physically tougher, mentally tougher, and more aggressive, taking it inside.
First free throw up and good by Stevenson. Fountain will check in. Reed will sit down for the Tigers. Jaron has got 3 points on the day and an assist in 11 minutes. He's also got 1 steal. Free throw is up and good. Alabama as a squad now 8 of 9. Check that 9 of 10 from the free throw line as he hits them both. 14 minutes to go and Bama leads by 11. Baker handing it off. Right, trying to drive, can't. Now goes left, goes down the hill, puts it up, tough shot, and that's going to be no good, but he draws a foul and will shoot 2 shots. Third on Aaron Estrada.
High pick and roll situation. Wright able to get the ball inside. These LSU guards doing a good job of getting past Alabama defenders. Right there, Aaron Estrada a little bit out of position. Didn't have a choice but to foul. And that'll send LSU back to the line where they're getting to with regularity here in the second half.
Hunterdine checks in. Baker will sit down. Wrights will in. Estrada out for Alabama. 13:51 to go. Bama leading it by 10. Tigers trying to get it back down to 9 again with a second free throw try. That's up and good. Bama ball up 9. They had a lapse around this point in the first half that allowed LSU to get back in it. Let's see if the Tide can sustain its momentum. Yeah, I guess so. The lob again. Stevenson to Pringle for another flush. Carbon copy of what we saw before.
This time, Stevenson made it a little easier on Pringle. Threw it up high. The easy alley-oop dunk. Alabama executing.
Cook around the horn, they work it. Left side 3 ball rattles around and falls through. That's 2 they've had that have popped out, gone straight up in the air and fallen back through the net. Bama lead down to 8, but on the drive, Sears got tackled as he was driving to the rim. And he'll have 2 shots upcoming, I believe.
I think that may have been on the floor.
Maybe so.
And then he threw it after the foul into the corner. So it'll be Alabama's ball underneath its own goal. The 15th foul for LSU. So a couple more before Alabama shoots free throws.
Oates not happy with the rotation defensively or the lack thereof that allowed the open shot. Pringle to Sears. Steps back. Deep 3. Too strong. Rebound, though. Run down by Reitzel. Second chance opportunity. His 3 attempt is no good. And that one missed everything with the baseline as it goes out of bounds. 13 minutes to play. Bama's lead is at 8, and LSU's got the ball.
Nate Oates in front of us encouraging his team to get stops on the defensive end.
Cook giving it off. Gets it back now, top of the arc. 18 on the shot clock. Cook trying to shake 3. Goes down the lane. Scoop shot up and in. They'll call Pringle. Minimal contact, but where you're going to get a call made and a chance for the and 1 upcoming for the Tigers, Jalen Cook.
Well, it was a high pick and roll, so you had Nick Pringle, Alabama's center, matched up on LSU's point guard and one of the quicker point guards in the SEC, and Jalen Cook able to get the ball inside, take contact to the chest, and 3-point play. And LSU doing what they did in the first half when Alabama got out to a double-digit lead, able to cut into it.
Tigers 8 of 13 from the stripe. Bama 9 of 10. Alabama with the basketball. It's Pringle looking, throwing it down low, threw it away. He's claiming he got fouled, no whistle. Tigers on the drive to the rim. Pringle went up, tried to block it, committed the foul in the process. And 2 shots are upcoming for LSU. They're trying to make this a 3-point game with 12:29 to go. Pringle's gotten a couple of dunks, Brian, and 13 points, but struggling to maintain possession of the ball and get a stop on the other end.
Yeah, he thought he was fouled, but even if he's not, there were two LSU defenders where he was looking to make that play. LSU on a 6-0 run. Adding to it. Yeah, and adding to it at the free throw line. They're getting to the line with regularity. They're 3 for their last 3. And what has been an issue at times this year is an issue in this game, and it's Alabama's inability to get stops. This LSU team really good on the offensive end, and they have been the last couple of weeks of the season.
Both free throws good. Walters and Pringle out. Griffin and Nelson are in. Grant with the basketball. Working against Cook. Throws it on the right side to Griffin. Loses his footing. Gets it back. Picks it up. Throws it inside Nelson. Nice find in the corner to Stevenson. Jaron to Reitzel. Luttrell, top of the arc. 3, bottom. Boy, he has been a silencer today for the Crimson Tide. He's got 15.
I think originally he wanted to pass it to Mark Sears.
Right, trying to answer. Misses. Ball tipped high in the air. Out of bounds. Touch last by LSU. Bama by 6. 11:53 to play, Brian.
Yeah, going back to that play, it was Latrell Reitzel got the ball at the top of the key. He looked at Mark Sears, and the defense saw him look. A couple of guys jumped towards Sears. Latrell, who's knocked down several threes in this game, found himself wide open. Instead of making the pass, rose up and knocked down a big 3 for Bama.
Under 12-minute timeout, 71-65. Bama here in Baton Rouge on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Power for a better Alabama.
Bama on the road in Baton Rouge trying to maintain a share of the SEC lead. A lead shared with Auburn and South Carolina. Tennessee a half game back. T-Mobile brings you across the SEC and brings you 5G to hometowns all over the league. T-Mobile is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. 71-65. Bama leads it. 11:53 to go in the ball game, BP. But unfortunately, LSU's hanging around.
Yeah, LSU doing the job on both ends of the floor the last few minutes. And it's been Jalen Cook taking the ball to the basket. Alabama did a really nice job on the point guard for LSU, Jalen Cook and Jordan Wright. They're 2 leading scorers in Tuscaloosa. It's a big reason why Alabama was able to win that in lopsided fashion. Now, in the first half, it was all Will Baker, but not much Jalen Cook, Jordan Wright. In the second half, we see where Matt McMahon wants to go, and that's to Cook and Wright. Alabama has not had answers for them here in the second half. They've done a much better job on Will Baker, bringing double teams, deflections, making him go to his weak hand, which is his right. But it's been Cook and Wright. Alabama's got to do a better job on them. Fortunately for Alabama, Latrell Reitzel with 15 points, 4 for 10 from the field. All of his mates coming from the three-point line. He's 4 for 7 from out there, 3 for 3 from the line. He's also got 7 rebounds and a guy that can get it done on both ends of the floor. Good defender, but Alabama's guards need to keep Jalen Cook, Jordan Wright in front. Right now, they're having success with dribble penetration.
I don't think we're shocked that Latrell Reitzel has 15 points, but the fact that he's the leading rebounder with 7 is a little bit uncommon, but doing a great job, as you said. Mark Sears with 12 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and a steal in his 27 minutes. Nelson bringing it front court for the Tide against Dean. Picks up the dribble, gives it off to Stevenson. Hands it to Sears now. Mark will drive, gets into the paint. Kicks it into the corner, right to Luttrell. Driving, dishing, Stevenson all alone. 3, no good. Rebound fought for and claimed by LSU. Boy, that was an open look that just didn't fall for Jaron. Normally we'll make those for the Tide.
Good set play, or good spacing coming out of the timeout. Alabama got exactly what they wanted, just not able to convert.
Cook with it between the circles. To right, spinning against Nelson, kicks it onto the near wing. Dropped there by Fountain, gets it back. Fountain throws it into the low post to Dean. Spins it for a double team, lays it up and in for 2. It's a double team, but it was 2 guards. And Dean had the advantage, and now the lead's down to 4. Sears running downhill. Kicks it to Reitzel. A defender flies by. Stevenson, 3-ball, no, and the rebound is controlled by LSU.
Couple of great looks from Jaron Stevenson, but not able to convert. Alabama needs to put some stops together.
Tigers with it on the drive right, going downhill, laid it up, no good, and a late whistle comes in. That's going to be on the Crimson Tide. I think it'll be on Grant Nelson.
It was really late, but I think it was really right. It was the right call. Alabama continues to allow Jordan Wright, Jalen Cook to get in the lane, took it up with 2 hands, and he'll go to the line for 2.
LSU will not go away. Bama led this one by 12 at 64-52, but now it's 71-68 as that free throw's up and good with 10:40 to play.
Well, LSU has these rims figured out on that end of the floor. They've had a couple threes go in and out, pop up, go back in. And that free throw by Jordan Wright looked like it was going to pop out, but it popped up and back in.
Hits that one a little more conventionally. And it's down to a one possession game, 71-69. Here's Sears on the drive. Gets to the lane, off the glass, no. Rebound fought for, controlled by LSU. And then a foul is going to be whistled on the Crimson Tide. And this crowd, which is not the largest in numbers, making a lot of noise here lately.
And that is a mistake and a frustration foul by Mark Sears. Probably felt like he was fouled. And you're sending a good free throw shooter to the line 90 feet away from the basket. Jordan Wright got the free throw, and Mark Sears, probably frustration right there. It'll give LSU an opportunity to tie this game with 10.5 minutes remaining.
Wright at the strike. Free throw missed on the 1-and-1. Rebound knocked out of bounds, such last by Alabama. And Mike Nance made the quick call, and I think it was right.
And Aaron Estrada maybe could have attempted to say that. He thought it was off LSU, talking to the officials, but Alabama not able to take advantage of a missed front end from a good free throw shooter, and LSU gets it back.
Cook with it, playing off of a screen. Picks it up, fires right side. On the drive, wild shot, no good, but the slam is good by Dean, and we're tied at 71. Bama runs the other way. Estrada getting downhill, stopping, bringing it back to the near wing. Gives it off to Sears. Mark working off the screen from Nelson. Drives, dishes. Reitzel in the corner, nothing there. Crosses over, has the dribble still going. Goes right, goes to the deck, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled on Ward. LSU fans and coaches wanted a foul on Luttrell, but he was the victim of a block on the part of Ward.
Alabama guards continue to have difficulty keeping LSU in front of them. It was a dunk inside by Dean, but it was because of the blow-by. Forcing help, Dean gets the dunk, but Alabama's guards got to do a better job on the perimeter.
Inbounded to Sears in the corner. Mark driving, cut off, tough shot, no, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. And Brian, with 9:46 to go, Sears at a dozen points. This is normally where he pushes that game scoring average up around 20 plus, because he'll get on a roll right here.
Yeah, scoring hadn't been a problem. The leading scorer in the SEC. But Alabama right now struggling more so on the defensive end than the offensive end. Yeah, Alabama's had about a 2-minute scoring drought, but a 14-3 run for LSU, and it has been the guards getting the ball inside, getting to the line, scoring at the rim, offensive rebound opportunities because of scramble situations. Alabama's struggling right now defensively.
Sears, a rare miss from the free throw line. He's now 3 of 4. He gets 1 of 2 to drop, and it's a 1-point Bama lead. LSU with the basketball and a chance to take the lead for the first time since early first half. Jumper up, jumper good, and the Tigers have clawed back from a dozen down to take the lead. Bama running the other way with Estrada. Working against Dean, gets underneath the basket. Needs help, tried to hand it off, does to Sears. Mark kicks it back out to Nelson. Back to Sears, around to Griffin. Catch and shoot three, too strong. Rebound tipped by Estrada. Look out. Reitzel's tried to save it, nearly knocked everything haywire. Bama gets it inside, lays it up. Shot wouldn't go, but a foul is going to be committed by LSU as Rylan Griffin will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Nice job, Tom Stipe. We didn't lose much of anything right there, thankfully.
Great hustle by Latrell Reitzel. That ball was going out of bounds off of Alabama, but able to save it. Rylan Griffin with the aggressive move takes the contact, and Alabama with a chance to regain the lead.
First of 2 up and good from Rylan Griffin. I don't know what number I'm on, but I'm rapidly approaching 9, so I'd rather not burn one here in Baton Rouge. The number of lives left. Free throw up and good. Both good by Griffin. And with 9:04 to go, Bama leads it again, 74-73. Tigers working on to the left wing to right, and Bama steals it. Nelson ahead to Estrada, tied in transition. Lob, Griffin the flush. What a pass, Aaron Estrada, in the finish from Rylan Griffin.
Nice play defensively. Grant Nelson able to jump the passing lane. That started the Alabama fast break.
Bama by 3 with 8.5 to go. Whistle away from the ball. That's going to be on the Crimson Tide, maybe on Mo Diabate, who's checked in.
I think it was Mo just trying to get, wasn't even a screen, just a little traffic on the inside and a little contact against Jordan Wright, and that'll send LSU back to the line for a 1-and-1.
Stevenson's going to come in and replace Diabate, I believe. .8:36 to go. Bama up by 3. And at the stripe for the Tigers, Jalen Wright, who hits the front end of a 1-and-1. LSU 12 of, make that 13 of 19 from the free throw line. Bama 12 of 14. Boyd Dean gave some good minutes in relief of Will Baker, who's going to come back in. Baker with 4 boards and no fouls. He's had 5 turnovers and 22 points in this one. I think he had all 22 in the first half. Wright able to convert.
He did. Alabama's done a great job on him in the second half, but it's been the guards and dribble penetration for LSU. Alabama's got to keep LSU guards out of the lane. They haven't been able to do so here in the second half.
76-75. Bama by 1 with the ball. Reitzel on the drive. Dishes. Estrada. Aaron trying to shake free. Gets near the lane. Bounce pass, a good one to Reitzel, but it was the deflection by LSU, and Jaron Stevenson could not hang on to it. Lost it out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Tigers.
It was the right play and a great idea by Aaron Estrada. Jaron Stevenson with the cut inside. Nice defensive play by LSU to get just enough of the ball to knock it off of Stevenson's leg.
Stevenson out. Diabate in as a defensive replacement. Comes in with 8:14 to go. 76-75 Bama. Tigers with the ball. Cook weaving, looking. Baker all alone for 3, and he missed another one. And the rebounds tips out and controlled by Alabama and Reitzel. Latrell in transition. Near side, Diabate gets into the lane. Kicks it back to Estrada. Drives in. Top shot. Counted. And he is fouled. Baker called for the hack as Aaron Estrada got to the rim, hung in the air, absorbed the contact, and laid it in. He'll have an and one opportunity when we come back to the PMAC. 7:56 to play. Bama 78, LSU 75 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Bama's up 3, 78-75 in Baton Rouge, 7:56 to go in the ball game here at LSU. The best move of the game is presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Brian Pasick, from your viewpoint.
Well, what a great sequence right before the timeout. It was Mo Diabate with the tip out. It looked like it was going to be an LSU with an offensive rebound, but Diabate able to get a hand on it. Latrell Wrights will get credit for the rebound, but that started the Alabama fast break, and Aaron Estrada goes inside, takes it right at the 7-footer. Will Baker takes the contact off the glass and in, and Aaron Estrada doing it all. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a big and one opportunity coming up after the break.
And if you think these guys are really big, sitting in the stands, you should see what it looks like when they're barreling full board toward us. An honorable mention for best move of the game for us, getting out of the daggum way.
And the hustle play by Latrell Wrightsell. Listen, with all the options on the court, I probably pick Latrell Wrightsell if he's going to dive.
You're right.
Could maybe do a little less damage than some of the other guys, but great hustle. And Rylan Griffin able to get to the line, and Bama right now clinging to a 3-point lead. Got to get stops. And Nate Oates not happy at all about his team's defensive performance on Wednesday night against Auburn. He seemed as disappointed or equally or more so at halftime of this game, because LSU, we know what they could do on the offensive end. They did it in Tuscaloosa earlier this season on the offensive end, but Alabama was ultimately able to put some stops together, continued hot shooting, and won that game by a large margin. This one a little closer, and LSU doing the job with their guards. It's been Jalen Cook in the second half. 12 of his 14 have come since halftime. It was all Will Brooks, the 7-footer, with his back to the basket, knocking down threes, floaters, doing it all. 22 points in the first half, but it's been Jordan Wright, Jalen Cook getting the ball in the lane. LSU's made 6 out of their last 8. Alabama's got to put some stops together the last 8 minutes of this game.
Aaron Estrada going to the free throw line for Alabama. It'll be his first attempt from the stripe today. He's 14 of 15 in conference play. The and one makes him 15 of 16. It gives Alabama a 4-point edge with 7:53 to go. Clock moving as Cook gets it front court for LSU. Cook, a handoff to Fountain. Fountain, a bounce pass, top of the circle to Wright. Wright squaring up, shooting 3, missing it. Rebound claimed by Griffin, and gives it ahead now to Estrada. Estrada back to Griffin, thought about it, instead feeds it right side. Wrightsell, 3, bottom. Man, is he good. A bank first 3, and for Latrell Wrightsell Jr., his 6th made bank first 3 today.
And the extra pass from Rylan Griffin, he was about to let it fly from the 3-point line, but saw Wrightsell open in the corner.
And the Tigers lose it out of bounds. A careless mistake on the part of Ward. Let me correct myself. Latrell Wrightsell does have 18 points. He's made 3 free throws and 1 trip to the stripe and 5 traditional threes, we'll call them. From beyond the arc, he has been fantastic. And Alabama leads it with 7 minutes to go. Estrada on the drive. Weaving, getting into the paint to Griffin. Back to Estrada near wing. Spots up three. Do it again. Knocks it home. Another one. This time from Aaron Estrada. And Bama builds the lead to 8 with 6:52 to go.
And another assist from Ryland Griffin. Alabama got him the ball in the lane. The defense took one step toward Ryland. He found Aaron in rhythm, who knocks it down.
14 bank first threes for Alabama. Cook, an off-balance step back three, no good. They're jacking up misses, and Bama's ripping and running. Estrada thought about it, driving, gets underneath, circles, throws it away, bad pass. Now here comes Ward driving into the lane, lays it up, beautiful finger roll, and the Tigers are back to within 6.
Well, Estrada should have let that fly from 3, just made one.
Sears back to Griffin, corner three, bottom. Alabama, red, smoking, hot, from deep. 3 for its last 3. And the Tide leads it with 6 minutes to go, 88-77.
5 for their last 5 overall.
Runner up and off the glass, in for 2 by Cook. Bama's lead down to 9 with 5:52 to go. Sears off the screen, had it poked away, got it back. Goes down the lane, got mugged 3 times. They had called a thing. Good night. They fouled him at the top of the arc. They fouled him at the free throw line. And then they fouled him in the paint. There was no whistle.
And that is what upset Nate Oates. Going into halftime, the block was clean at the end, but the physical play as Mark Sears drove the lane, didn't get the call. Alabama gets it back.
Griffin, backdoor look, Pringle for the flush. Justice served. Are you going to tee him up? Oh, come on, KD. Good night. They call Pringle for a tech. Oh. KD Burnett with a technical foul on Nick Pringle for popping off after the dunk. Grant Nelson will come in to replace him. That's 4 on Nick. And 2 free throws for the Tigers, and they hit the first. The second, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I didn't see what he said. You just can't put yourself in a position like that on the road. You go up 11. You've had 2 alley-oop dunks on backdoor plays. This time, beautiful pass, another throwdown from Nick Pringle. Mistake by Pringle right there, giving LSU an extra point.
They got 2 free throws. They missed the first and made the second. Tigers with the ball. They work it top of the arc to Baker. Baker looking back door, feeds it off, and the layup good for 2 by Fountain. Bama basketball, leading it by 8. Here's Sears. Let's see if the momentum will continue for the Tide offensively. Sears kicks into the corner, Reitzel. Latrell on the drive. Back to Nelson. Dishes, Reitzel. Extra pass Griffin. One more in the corner to Estrada. He'll feed it top of the arc. Reitzel lets it fly. He don't want to do anything but shoot it today, baby. And I can't blame him. Latrell Reitzel Jr. 21 points, 9 boards. He is 6 of 9 for three-point range, and Bama leads it by 11 again. And a steal by Sears. Sears to the rack, got hacked. And that may be an intentional foul on LSU. Let's see. Boy, he got chopped across the arm, and Mark is very, very slow to get up.
Well, he slowed down because I think he wanted to dunk it. It allowed LSU to come back, and it was a hard foul as he got hit hard on the forearm as he went up and then hit the ground hard. Alabama with a big defensive stop and opportunity to extend this 11-point lead with 4:46 to play. Alabama making big plays and big shots. Bama hit 14 threes in the first matchup against LSU in Tuscaloosa. Better than that here today at the PMAC. Alabama 16 for 39. And it's been the Ryland Griffin assist show the last several possessions. He's got 5 assists, and most of those, if not all, have come here late in the second half. Alabama playing unselfishly, getting open looks and knocking them down.
They are reviewing this to see if it's a flagrant foul. Our resident official, Jerry Kelly, in my headphones says it is. We'll see what they go with. We'll hear from Katie Burdett in just a moment after they review in Birmingham as well. And now let's hear what they have to say. Well, they're still talking. I think it was the 5th foul on the player who was whistled anyway. Yeah, Hannibal, that was his 5th. Here we go.
Foul on Zero Gold. Called for stand lefty shot.
In other words,
Good, that is
nothing more than a 2-shot common foul. 93-82 is our score. We've got 4:46 to go. Alabama's made 7 of its last 8. LSU's made 3 in a row from the field.
Let's see if Mark Sears can regroup. He was hurt. He took a hard hit and a hard fall. And he'll go to the line with a chance to extend the lead.
And he does. After missing his last attempt, he gets that one to drop. And he'll have one more upcoming. Free throws up and good for the Muscle Shoals native. Bama leads it by 13. He's got 14, make it 15 now to the ball game for Alabama. Cook with it, surveying the floor, looking left, feeds it off to right. Right on the drive, poked away and stolen. Here comes Sears in the open floor. Sears downhill, hands it off. Pringle, the catch, the layup, no. The rebound played by Baker, and LSU will come the other way, but first Sears is going to be called for not a foul, but he touched the ball while standing on the baseline, and so possession will go to the Tigers.
Nice defensive play. Aaron Estrada able to poke the ball away. Alabama with numbers. Nice pass from Mark Sears, but Nick Pringle, who's made a living throwing those down, not able to convert the layup.
Cook had it knocked away and stolen again by Alabama. Tide works it ahead to Sears. Spots up, 3, bottom. Alabama throwing daggers right now in Baton Rouge. Another 3, and it's 98-82. Timeout, LSU.
How about Alabama? 8-0 run. And Mark Sears, a huge 3. Alabama knocking them down from deep. They've had open looks all game long. And now the 17th made 3 of the game for Alabama. This Crimson Tide team able to get out and run. Typically, time and score situation up double digits, 4 minutes to go. You might want to work the clock unless you're Alabama, unless you're Mark Sears. The confidence that these guys have, letting it fly, extending this lead, and forcing LSU to get a timeout.
Tigers led it 73-72 with 9.5 to go. Exactly 5 minutes later, 5.5 minutes later, Bama leads it now by a score of 98-82. We're back right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey there, folks. Head fry cook Bob Baumhauer here, and I just want to say thank you for allowing Baumhauer's Victory Grill to serve you for 40 legendary years. When I first delivered Alabama's first taste of buffalo wings back in 1981, people thought I was crazy. For the first few years, I had to give wings away. Imagine that. 40 years later, I'm still proud to serve the great people and visitors of Alabama, our famous buffalo wings, and much more. Here's to 40 years of legendary fun, legendary food, and many, many more.
Hi, I'm Nick Pringle.
And I'm Loyal McQueen.
Winter is a time for excitement of Crimson Tide basketball, but it is also when viruses that cause respiratory diseases are more rapid into our community.
Vaccination is important for everyone, and especially for those who are at higher risk of developing complications, including older Americans and those with medical conditions.
Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19, flu, and RSV. So don't wait, vaccinate.
For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/immunization today. Stay safe and roll Tide.
Bama now up 16 in Baton Rouge, 98-82, 4:02 to play. Be sure and stay tuned after the game for the Regents postgame show with Bama coach Nate Oates. And don't forget you can get your University of Alabama Visa check card from Regents. Visit regents.com/GoBama to order yours today. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network. BP, they're already dancing in the streets in Baton Rouge. It's Mardi Gras Saturday. Bama trying to make sure here at winning time we don't give them another reason.
Yeah, we may join them here if Alabama can continue to do what they've done here the last 5 or 6 minutes of this game. Alabama 8 out of their last 10 and starting to put some stops together, some steals, some deflections and turnovers, and the three-point line has been good to Alabama all year long. It's been good to Alabama here today, and nobody better than Latrell Wrightsell Jr., 6 for 9 from the three-point line. He has been so good from deep, and he's had 19 points 3 different times this year. He's exceeded it with 21, and Alabama career high here today in Baton Rouge.
98-82 Bama with 3:57 and ticking. The time left. Let's see if Alabama can finish strong here on the Bayou. The Tigers working to the right side. They will feed it off to Cook. Cook to the top of the circle. Ward. Ward looking. Still with the dribble alive. 10 on the shot clock. Ward working top of the arc. Goes down the lane. Kicks in the corner to Reed. Reed at 4. At 3. Runner is up. No good. Rebounded by Pringle. Hands it off to Wrightsell, and Latrell will push it up. Nate Oates says we'll play in our game. Now we're going to set things up. Give it off to Sears. Mark weaving through traffic. Getting into the paint. Circling away from trouble. Now circles around the bigger defender. Puts it up. No. Tip is good by Pringle. Great move initially on the part of Sears getting around Baker, but it was finished off by Nick Pringle.
Well, Mark Sears had the 7-footer posted up, almost knocked it down, but nobody put a body on Nick Pringle.
Baker got hit by about 3 different Bama players. They'll get Aaron Estrada for the foul.
And Alabama hits the 100-point mark for, I can't keep up. It's a school record
this year.
School record in SEC play with a bunch of games to go. Alabama got hot at the right time on an afternoon where the defense was not what Nate Oates wanted it to be throughout most of this game, but able to put stops together over a 4 or 5 minute span and take what was a tie game. And Alabama up big. When this team gets stops, they can not only play with anybody, they can beat anybody in college basketball. Got to do it on both ends. When they do, they are spectacular. Offensively, you always know for the most part what you're going to get with this Alabama team. They got hot at the right time here late in Baton Rouge.
Baker able to knock down the 2 free throws to make it 100-84 with 3 minutes left to play. Sears, one of 5 players in double figures on the floor, but turns it over, and the Tigers will drive in and lay it up. Timeout, Nate Oates. He wants a full, and he's going to do a little gnawing on some folks, I believe, right here. 2:55 to go. And we're going to keep it right here as Alabama, with 2:55 remaining, has its lead cut down to 14. And Nate Oates wants to make sure this team doesn't get sloppy down the stretch.
Yeah, a mistake by Mark Sears. The double team came, time and score, dictating LSU a little full court pressure. They trapped him at half court, and that pass was not a typical Mark Sears pass. Alabama's only turned it over 8 times in this game. LSU leads the SEC in steals. Bama shot it great, but they've also taken care of the ball, with the exception of the last possession. Nate Oates not happy, wants to finish this game strong.
I'm not one to tell people how to live their lives, but next Friday night, if you are a Bama fan, get to bed early, or for the love, just stay out real late and come rolling in. It is entirely up to you, but whatever you have to do to get yourself ready for an 11 a.m. tip at Coleman Coliseum, we need you there. The Tide taking on the Fighting Texas Aggies. We tip at 11 this morning here in Baton Rouge. We go at 11 in Tuscaloosa next Saturday. No midweek game for Alabama, so the Tide will hopefully be well rested. Hopefully you as fans will be as well, or again, we'll let you just make your way down from the Strip and join us on Saturday morning.
Yeah, and I believe it's Retro Day in Tuscaloosa.
Does that mean you will be out the night before?
Which means that's a possibility. If we're going to go retro, that would be the case. But if we're going retro, we're going to tip it up at 11 o'clock at the Plaid Palace.
Oh, I'm for it. I am for it. That would be fun. Bama inbounding against full court pressure. Sears narrowly turned it over, throws a bounce pass to Reitzel, who flips it ahead to Griffin. Ryland on the attack. Lob to Nelson for the flush.
If you handle their initial pressure, you're going to get a layup or a dunk. Alabama was able to do it, and Grant Nelson with the throwdown.
Bama by 16 again. Cook trying to get free, goes down the lane. Wild shot, got it to go off the glass. Cutting the Bama lead to 14 again. Here is Sears weaving through traffic. Gets down the lane, stops, fakes a pass, shoots it, misses it. Takes it away, though, from a defender and then lays it in for two. What a play by Mark Sears. Stayed with it. He's got 20. And with 2:15 to go, Alabama leads again by 16. Tigers for three. No good. Rebound fought for. Scramble. Estrada has it for the Tide. And Alabama will bring it ahead. No rush this time, though, for Nate Oates' squad. Estrada to Reitzel. Luttrell surveys the floor, gives it off to Sears again. Mark thought about a three, directs traffic, plays off of the screen, gets down the lane, circles underneath, kicks it in the corner. Estrada, three, no good. Rebound Nelson, and the Tide works it back out. Griffin into the lane, circles away from trouble, kicks it to Estrada. He'll get into the paint, out to Sears, near side three, and that should do it. 90 seconds to go. Another bank first three. Mark with 23, and Bama leads by 19 again.
Alabama's 18th three of the game, 18 for 42.
And they're going to call a foul on Grant Nelson. The only thing good about that is allows Nate Oates to get 5 new guys in the game.
Alabama in 2 games against LSU currently averaging 108 points per game, 109 in the first one, 107, may be able to exceed that. But how about Mark Sears? The guy doesn't have a typical Mark Sears game, but just look up at the end of the game, he's going to get you 20, 25. He's got 23 in this one.
10 points from what I brought, or 11 points since I brought it up, I think, at the 8-minute mark, 9-minute mark.
He just figures out a way, whether he's making shots or not, he's going to get you 20 plus. That's why he's the leading scorer in the SEC and one of the front runners for SEC Player of the Year.
Kai Spears, Max Skarnowski, Davin Cosby Jr., Sam Walters, and Latrell Reitzel Jr. are your 5 on the floor for Alabama. Reitzel will bring it up as the free throws were made to make it 107-90. Reitzel around to Cosby. Davin for 3. Missed it slightly. Reitzel tried to save it, but the ball goes out of bounds, and possession will belong to LSU. Davin a little stiff. A little stiff on that try there.
You know, you've been sitting over there for 2+ hours. But I appreciate the fact that you don't hesitate.
That's right.
That is...
you get loose later.
Alabama basketball, don't worry about it. Just let it fly.
Tigers miss a 3, and the rebound claimed by Reitzel. Tigers are seeing Alabama get it to 107-90, and Latrell Reitzel getting mobbed by his teammates as he heads to the bench. What a ball game for Latrell. 21 points, 10 rebounds. That's why they kept him in, to give him a chance at a double-double, and he got that rebound to get the 10th board.
Well, he's had 19 points 3 times this year. He has played so well since Alabama got into SEC play, but doing much more than just scoring and knocking down shots.
Cosby swings it near side Diabate. Mo on the drive, kicks it in the corner. Cosby, 3, no. Rebound, Walters. Spins, looks, gets in the paint, drives in, tough shot, got it to go. Sam Walters with the bucket. He's got 5 today, and it's 109-90 Alabama.
And if Alabama's not up 19 points, that's an and one. He got fouled.
Yep. Shot up, missed by the Tigers, nearly tipped in by Bama, but then LSU gets another tip. It's Ward who gets it to go, and Nate Oates says do not shoot it again. 20 seconds to go, and Alabama's going to dribble this one out. 109-92 is our score. The final 15 seconds are going to tick away on this one. LSU made a ball game of it for about 32+ minutes, but the Crimson Tide able to fight down the stretch, and finally, let's get out of here. Alabama, a 109-92 winner over LSU here in Baton Rouge. The Crimson Tide with the victory, improving its season record to 17-7 overall, now 9-2 in SEC play. The Tigers slide to 12-11. They are 4-6 in the conference. Postgame comes your way in a moment on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Yellowhammer Brewing is proud to sponsor the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellowhammer Brewing has been crafting fine beers for the state of Alabama for 12 years running. Their beers include a variety of classic styles, including their latest release, Yellowhammer Gold, a light, easy-drinking American lager. These guys are local and doing great things for their community. You can find their beers at grocery stores, restaurants, and craft beer shops throughout the state. Check them out at yellowhammerbrewing.com. Make your next pint of Yellowhammer and roll Tide.
When you're planning your next visit to Tuscaloosa, explore the upscale options available at the new AC Hotel by Marriott. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown Tuscaloosa, surrounding yourself in luxury and comfort in a spacious room with complimentary Wi-Fi, a smart TV, premium toiletries, and a plush bed, while the rooftop bar and lounge provides the best place in town to wind down after cheering the Crimson Tide to victory. AC Hotel Tuscaloosa Downtown is proud to be a preferred hotel partner of the University of Alabama Athletics.
Hi, I'm Jay Howard, an employee at BASF in Alabama. As a supervisor, I love working with a company who wins by offering great benefits to its team members. With great chemistry,
backdoor cut, Nick.
At BASF, we create chemistry around the world through our people and our products. To join a winning team and a great place to work, visit